10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Alright everyone, it felt like it was going to take forever for us to finally get this match started, but we survived. We lasted. Our patience was good. It's going to be worth the wait, I promise, because we're finally set for the semifinals and we're done with the best of ones. Get rid of them. We're ready for some best of threes. We got EWolves, which we followed for our last two games. They're going to be on the Radiant side as they're going to look to get a spot in that grand finals as they did just 2 days ago. But this time around they want to win it. So that's what they're going to be looking to do. But now we've got a new challenger. We got EnemyGG, which honestly I have no idea how the hell they came back against Lucchini Gaming in that other quarterfinal. We watched a little bit of it on stream, but Lucchini was just in command of that game. They had such a big lead, and you know, I didn't get to see all of it. I could read some of it through the graph to see, you know, what was going on, but it seems like they just lost a couple fights, and they kept pulling ahead though. They lost a fight, gave EnemyGG a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and then Lucchini just pulled it back out, and they just kept going, same thing. And then Lucchini was just doing a lot of split pushing. They got Roche, and then they had this ridiculous fight, and basically threw the game. And then EnemyGG just said, well, your Huskar's dead, his buyback's on cooldown, we're just going to march down mid and end the game. And they did just that. And we had, I don't know if it was actually lag or maybe a bad manner pause or whatever it was, but it was right as they were attacking the throne. And EnemyGG, they won the game, and they earned their spot here in the semifinals to go up against EWolves. So Banana Slam Jamma and co, they're ready to go up against EWolves. We had to wait a little bit for them to grab some snack of food, a snack or a little bit of food, and we had to wait on the admin. So we had a little bit of waiting, but we got there. So I guess let's just hop into it. Once again, first of all, guys, I'm Niz. Welcome to the channel. If you're listening in game, hi. Also casting and streaming on twitch.tv/Nizcast. If you guys care to check out that channel, maybe hit me up with a follow. I understand there's also a Spanish cast as well, so if you guys are into that, it is there. But yeah, we've got an exciting game ahead of us, so let's hop into the draft and figure out what's going on. We've got Dazzle and Witch Doctor getting banned out by EnemyGG. Those are probably the two heroes that I think EWolves have been most consistently picking. Those two heroes. They've also picked a decent amount of Tusk. We saw them play it in one of our games. But yeah, Dazzle's definitely probably the most consistent hero that they've been playing. As for EnemyGG, they're a little bit more consistent. They've been almost drafting the same heroes or very similar heroes in all their games. They've picked a lot of Witch Doctor and Dragon Knight. Now they typically pick up the Witch Doctor in the first phase and pick up the Dragon Knight in the second picking phase, but they banned out the Witch Doctor here, so it looks like we're not going to see that.
5 seconds remaining.
But they've also played a decent amount of Void off lane, so we might get to see that. That's pretty exciting. They've played a decent amount of Ogre and Abaddon as well, although Abaddon's getting banned out here by EWolves. They also banned out the Ursa, which seems to be pretty consistent with the South American teams. They ban out Ursa quite a bit. I've also seen them banning out Weaver quite a bit, which in terms of the American teams, I think that's a little surprising to me. Maybe there's something there in the South American scene that was kind of developed in their own separate meta. But yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But we've got a couple more picks here, so let's hammer those out. As we've got Spirit Breaker and Enchantress were the pickups for EnemyGG. As for EWolves, they picked up the Beastmaster and the Gyrocopter. So expect that Beastmaster to be off lane in the hands of Smash, Gyrocopter safe lane for EWO. But now we move into the picks. Now we move into the bans, excuse me. But I'm a little interested in this Enchantress. I think I recall when I was going over
5 seconds remaining.
some of the previous games that they played an Enchantress. They played it one game against Rat Secrets. So let me just quickly bring this up and give us an idea of what they did with that. It was an offlane Enchantress, which, okay, we might not be able to read entirely into into this because they ended up 5 of them all picking up Dagons. So that one was probably a little bit of a stomp. But they had an offlane Enchantress. They also picked up a Witch Doctor, Ogre, Ursa, and Invoker. So
10 seconds remaining.
they have played the Enchantress before, and they've played Ursa actually a decent amount as well. So maybe that Ursa isn't that far out there. EWolves obviously doing their research before going into this. Apparently a little bit better than me, as they saw that Ursa getting picked up quite a bit. But definitely Ogre is one of the other ones that they were picking a lot. But that might not be one that they're going to pick up with the majority of the heroes that they've been picking getting banned out. So we do have 2 more bans here, so let's cover those. We got the Queen of Pain getting banned out by EnemyGG, Invoker and Death Prophet getting banned out by EWolves. Another hero that EnemyGG has actually played a decent amount, the Invoker. We've seen Death Prophet get banned a few times here, and we haven't got to see it get played. EnemyGG, of course, had Death Prophet in their game last game, going up against Lucini, and that was part of the reason why they were able to burn through the Ancient at the end of the game so quickly. But we actually haven't got to see a Death Prophet yet, so maybe we'll get to see it this series. But I guess that remains to be seen, because it's not going to be this game. So EnemyGG, ball's in your court. Who are you going to ban here? Who are you going to pick? This is unfortunately one of the parts in the draft where it's very, very difficult to predict what's going to happen. They're going to ban out the Vengeful Spirit. You can go like a million different ways here. You already have given up a Gyrocopter to the enemy team. You've got a strong roaming support in the Spirit Breaker. You've got your offlaner in the Enchantress. So what do you pick up? You try to pick up a defensive support? Do you just pick up your carry?
10 seconds remaining.
I know EnemyGG really favors Slark.
5 seconds.
Because that's one of the Banana Slam Jamma specialty heroes. But no, they're going to pick up the Oracle. So they are going to pick up the defensive hero, defensive support for them. EWolves immediately fire back with the Bane. Once again, another... I hesitate to call Bane a defensive hero, but a very strong controlling hero. As that's... I mean, primarily what he does, he controls the fight. He controls space for his team. He's got very solid lockdown. And a little bit of burst damage as well with the Brain Sap. But for the most part, he just controls the fight.
10 seconds remaining.
Helps heroes like the Gyrocopter do a lot of work. Bane actually quite good against Gyrocopter as well. As you get later on into the game, Enfeeble quite good against Gyrocopter, because if you can reduce a little bit of the damage that the Gyrocopter is doing, of course the flak is going to do significantly less damage because it's hitting multiple targets, so any damage that you reduce off the hero is going to reduce it on all targets it's hitting with the flak.
Dragon Knight.
Okay, so they're not going to pick up their carry, they're still going to go pick up their Dragon Knight. Like I said, they've played this Dragon Knight almost every single game that they've played. So they're going to pick it up again. I have a feeling this might be a Slark game for them, if it escapes the final ban from EWolves.
Mirana.
Alright, we're going to have a Mirana get picked up. Okay. This should be exciting. We saw some really great Mirana play from Team Freedom in the last qualifiers. Ron was doing a fantastic job roaming around with the Mirana. His arrow percentage was absolutely ridiculous. He was hitting arrows like crazy and really helping his team out with some long-range stuns there. So we're going to see it with EWolves, and we're also going to see it paired up with Bane, one of the more standard, almost it's almost a gimme when the Bane can get a Nightmare off, then you get a free arrow and Super easy. Now we're going to see the Ember Spirit getting banned out. Is EWolves still going to be looking after their mid laner, and they're going to ban out something that's going to go strong against the Dragon Knight. We've seen EWolves, I think, in all of the games that we've cast, ban out Viper in their last ban.
10 seconds
I don't think we're going to see that this game because it doesn't really make sense for EnemyGG to pick Viper.
Remaining.
Well, they're going to ban out the Slark. Okay.
Team pick.
EWolves will get rid of that Slark. Now what does EnemyGG do? So we're looking for a carry from EnemyGG. And from EWolves, we're looking for a mid laner.
Ten seconds remaining.
Both teams have roughly the same amount of reserve time as well.
Remaining.
Just one more second for EnemyGG.
Reserve time. What's left? I'm kind of just tunnel visioning on that Slark because I know that was probably the hero that they wanted. Unfortunately, they banned out their Ember Spirit as well. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
No, Weaver's been banned, but I don't think it fits. What the heck?
Team pick.
Sniper? Sniper? Oh boy. Gonna see a sniper, I love it. I haven't seen a sniper play competitively in a while, and oh boy. The Timbersaw gets picked up. Didn't see that coming, but Van on that Timbersaw did work last game. Let's see if he's gonna get off to a great start and just keep going with that. I wonder if that means they're gonna put Van in the off lane and put Smash mid. I don't think so. I think they'll probably just keep... Because that's what they did last game, but I think it makes more sense. Just keep Smash in the off lane, put Van mid because you know it's going to be Dragon Knight. Although Smash isn't really going to be able to do much against Sniper, but neither would Van. Timber isn't... Against Sniper, like, it's not going to do anything. I think it makes more sense. Keep Van in the mid lane and Smash up in the top lane, and then you've course got your Gyro safe and your Bane and Mirana. Just kind of doing their thing, roaming around. Who paused here? It's the Dire side. Alright. G, ready. Dire's ready to go. Are EWolves ready? They're still drawing on the map and pinging stuff out. So they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. Partly because they're thinking about blocking stuff. Maybe they're anticipating the Enchantress is going to be in the jungle and it's an offlane Spirit Breaker. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, I definitely says I would definitely say that enemies they're going to offlane this Enchantress. They, like I said, they did that in one other game previously in this, but I think it doesn't really make sense for them to actually jungle Enchantress. But let's introduce our teams and our players now that we're unpaused and we're ready to go. As we're in the semifinals for the Americas portion of the Open Qualifiers. This is the second Open Qualifiers for the Shanghai Major. We're in the semifinals, and that means we're not with the best of ones. We're ready for the best of threes. So without further ado, we've got the EWolves on the Radiant side. We've got Sia playing the Bane. We've got Smash playing the Beastmaster. Van, he absolutely wrecked on the Timbersaw last game. He's going to be on it once again. Masoku is going to be on that roaming Mirana. He was playing out of his mind in terms of support play. So I look forward to what he's going to be able to do this game. Ewo's going to be on the Gyrocopter. Didn't get to see much from him last game because he was on the Lone Druid and his team kind of won it 4v5 without him. But he was a good supporting cast in the background in case they made some big mistakes. For a Dire side, we've got Team EnemyGG. We've got
Slayer playing that Dragon Knight. Apparently the only hero he's going to play in this entire tournament. We got Sovereign playing the Enchantress. Expect that in the off lane. We got Loom on the Oracle. Frozen's going to be on the Spirit Breaker. And last but not least, BSJ, Banana Slam Jamma, is going to be on the Sniper. It looks like we're going to have a battle immediately to start things off right at the top rune. Oracle's going to stun up Smash there. As Bounty's going to spawn, it is going to be the Dragon Knight who's going to be able to snag it. As Van gets quite low. Smash also getting quite low. Are they going to be able to find a kill here? Sovereign getting very, very low in the Bambi. The Enchantress will be our first blood. As Van's going to be fine, but Smash will get charged down by Frozen. So we will have a kill go either way. But that first blood does go the way of EWolves as they kill off that Enchantress.
Thanks for that.
Everyone's going to start making their way to their lanes, and we can start seeing who's going where. Slayer, oh no, he's taking the wrong path as he's going to get slept up. Arrow's going to fly in and hit him. Van already low on HP. He's actually already taking Timber Chain, so he's not going to be able to use the Whirling Death, but they're not going to need it. They find the kill on that Dragon Knight without it. So an early 2 kills coming out from EWolves, and Frozen going to try to charge and get another kill, but this time, no, it's just to knock off a healing salve. But our lanes, we've got Smash up in the top lane. He's going up against the Sniper and the Oracle. Mid lane, we already know, it's the Timbersaw going up against the Dragon Knight, but he's still making his way back to lane. We expect the Spirit Breaker to be roaming around quite a bit. Bottom lane is going to be the Gyrocopter going up against the Enchantress. And once again, we kind of expect the Bane and the Mirana both to be roaming around. In fact, Masoku just TPing down to the bottom. More action. Frozen might actually just sit here and camp in the mid lane, give him a little space up against Van, but that might not work because Arrow's going to fly through, but immediately Sovereign making sure that he cancels that Nightmare off himself, making sure that he's going to have a creep to do so, and then it can even block the arrow if need be. We've got Frozen charging up into the top lane, going to stun up Smash, but they're not going to be able to just... Oh, we might with 17% bashes. They will find the kill. Frozen, go buy a lottery ticket. That was perfect. Players bottled up an Arcane Rune. I imagine that would actually be very, very good for a Dragon Knight. I haven't actually picked one up on a Dragon Knight myself. Not exactly my style of hero. That could be quite interesting. And now, look at this. Masoku making sure that they're getting some farm, getting some levels on their supports. Farming up one of these camps together, just holding hands while they right-click them down. People electing to go with the more standard Rocket Barrage Max build with Flat Cannon secondary. We did see that one somewhat unusual build in a defensive tri-lane maxing Homing Missile, but it worked. So can't hate against it. But again, another arrow flies out and another creep dead. But you know what? Masoku's getting gold for this. Every time Sovereign goes and takes a creep and brings it into the lane, Masoku, even if he throws an arrow and the creep eats it, it dies now because of the change in 686. That means he's getting gold for it. Not the worst thing in the world. Slayer gonna put some more pressure onto Van. As Van, we saw this last game. He was up against an Abaddon and he was kind of up against the wall early on. In fact, he even died as the Abaddon dove him on his tier 1, but then he just took off and just completely dominated the game. So looking to see if he's going to be able to do that again. Smash in the top lane is going to be getting charged here. Here comes the Spirit Breaker Smash. Now I'm going to respond to it and try to back. Wait until he had vision from the Observer Ward. A ping comes out from Smash. I think he was indicating that there's an Observer Ward here, but there isn't. Sometimes it's easy to read into when you got charged and say, oh, there must have been a ward here, but that charge came from a long way out. Now he's going to charge to the mid lane, but he's going to have to cancel this. So Van continues to bottle Crow. In the bottom lane, Sovereign's found himself in a spot in the trees, and Sia knows what's up. They know where the Enchantress, what the Enchantress is up to. They don't know where she is. Well, they might be able to find her, though. Oh, there we go. They found the Enchantress. Now Sovereign's on the run. Will he be able to escape here? EWolves going to come up for this. Masoku as well.
Come get healed.
Frozen comes charging on in. He's going to charge right onto the gyrocopter, but instead he's going to switch and go to the Miran after he realizes that that path isn't going to be the best for him. A Sovereign continues to juke and jive through the trees there. Will he get onto the other side of his creeps? No, he won't. He's actually going to get body blocked in. And now Masoku's going to go and trap him to make sure that he's not going to be able to escape. EWo's going to get the kill. Great work there from EliteWolves, making sure that that Enchantress wasn't going to be able to juke her way out of that. Frozen, he charged in and he's acting like he was going to help, but in the end he actually just kind of backed away, and now he's going to get slept and eat an arrow. And Sovereign TP's in, but it's too late to help. I don't think even if he TP'd a couple minutes earlier, or a couple seconds earlier, of course he couldn't because of his respawn, that he would have even been able to help anyways. That's an early set of arcanes up for Sia as well. This is a great start to the game for EliteWolves. The only difference is, you know, maybe Van could be doing a little bit better in the mid lane, but look at his last hits. He's sitting at 30-11. He's way ahead of Slayer, who's at 19-1. We do have our top farmer in the game being the Sniper at 36-13, but he's not really able to be contested by the Beastmaster in the offlane, so you expect the Sniper to be free farming away. Sleep on Slayer in the mid lane. That means an easy arrow, and he is gonna go down. We've got an Invis bottled up by Smash, or sorry, not bottled, but he's pinged it out. He hasn't picked up his bottle just yet. As for our other safe lane farmer, EWO, sitting at 37-11 on the gyrocopter. Well, the two offlaners, we got a 9-0 Enchantress, who's actually going into the jungle right now, getting that 10th CS there, but sitting at level 4.5. To compare that to Smash, pretty similar, sitting at 4.5 as well. He's at 5 in OCS though, so he's got a little bit less gold, but he hasn't died. Actually, he's died 2 times. What am I talking about? He's died 2 times. He's the only 2 deaths on his team, but the Enchantress has also got the same record. Charge from the Spirit Breaker is going to be down onto EVO. Will he keep going? A little Frozen cancel. No, they're going to keep going. They're even going to TP in their Sniper here. They want to go on this gyrocopter, and it looks like they're going to be able to find a kill. Calldown's going to come out. It's actually going to hit all of them, but that's a dead gyrocopter as he gets sniped in the head from Banana Slam Jamma. His EnemyGG draw it a little bit closer, 5-3 now, still in favor of EliteWolves. But showing that, you know what, you can pick a hero that's very active on the map in the gyrocopter. As soon as he hits 6, he typically goes around and starts ganking, but we got a Sniper and we're going to do the same thing. As Frozen charging in on the mid lane onto Van, he's got a Chakram down. As Slayer's going to look to re-engage. Has he stunned? He already has. But the support, ooh, from EWolves, the arrow just barely off the mark. Slayer will stun up Masoku again. There's that Assassinate flying in from BSJ. Finding them another kill. 5-4 now. Sia also going to wrap around behind here as Frozen's in trouble. And he will go down as EliteWolves find a kill. Smash enjoying the newfound space from all these other rotations, getting some XP up in the top lane. So he's getting close to level 6, but Slayer's been caught out here. Must have ate an arrow. As he goes down to double kill for Van. As I said, maybe he was having a little bit of a slow start, but nope, not anymore. 4-0-1 is his record, as he's at 44-13 CS. He's getting out of control on this Timbersaw. This might be a first round ban in the future here up against them, because this is 2 games in a row where he's just looked very, very impressive on this Timbersaw. TP back into the mid lane from Slayer. He's greeted with an arrow. EliteWolves won't really be able to go on that though. Both offlaners haven't really been too active yet, but they do have their 6s up though. The Smash actually just hit his now.
Is under attack.
Looks like he's going to your typical build where you pick up the Necro book. Because we've got a smoke here from 3 heroes from EliteWolves. They're going to sit in behind Smash. Because, oh no, we've got a charge coming in as well. This is not good for Enemy. as they're going to lead with a sleep onto BSJ. There comes Frozen actually interrupting the combo that was going to be coming out, but it's not going to matter. They still find their 2 kills. It's another 2 kills for Van. 6-0-1 now for him as he's trying to look for a triple kill. Sovereign's going to try to run. Primal Roar will come out from Smash, and there it is. Good triple kill for Van. Even Loom is close by, but no, not going to find a kill there. He will TP back to the mid lane to make sure that Slayer isn't able to push down that tower. His teammates that stayed top got the tier 1. Slayer taking a beating here from Van. Van actually gets stunned up. That allows Slayer to TP. Bottom lane, EWO is going to get charged, but Frozen taking the brunt of the damage here. No cooldown available, but he doesn't need it. He just gets the kill. Frozen, oh no. That is not how he envisioned that coming, and then BSJ tries to get some return damage in on the gyrocopter, but not really able to do much. We got Van almost done his Bloodstone again. We saw him get an early one last game as well. Eastern bottled right now as some of the items start to come out. As I'll actually switch over to net worth and we can see what some of these rotations have meant. Last hits mean a little bit less now as we're starting to see some ganks going out. As Frozen thinking about charging but canceling it. But yeah, we got Van of course leading the way. He's definitely been the star of the show so far this game. He's at 5,700 net worth. Then it's actually EWO at 5,400. Then it's BSJ at 4,900, just breaking the 5k barrier now. He's also picked up a hand of Midas, so keep that in mind. His farm and his XP is probably going to explode upwards thanks to that. Then Slayer way down the list. He's in 4th, but that's a pretty big gap from him to some of those other heroes that we just mentioned, as he's only at 3,500 net worth. 1,600 behind the Sniper, who's only 1 spot above him, and quite a bit behind, 2,300 behind the Timbersaw that he was laning against. As for the offlaner, there's a pretty big discrepancy as well between Smash, who's sitting at 3,400, and just the 2,200 on the Enchantress. Oh, Van's going to activate that haste, then he's also going to bottle up a DD. Who's going to die? Someone's going to die. Just a matter of who. Is he's going to jump up here as Loom. Loom's in trouble. He's been nightmared up. But the Chakram's going to be out. Van's actually not even going to right click here. Now he is. But yeah, Loom, you're dead, buddy. Arrow's going to fly in. As Van's going to get that kill. It's just... luckily for them, he doesn't actually have his Bloodstone finished. That would have been more charges for him. Enemy kind of getting run over in this game. They're going to have to look to find a way to get themselves back and play a little bit more together. Try to maybe avoid, because the thing is like you can try to avoid, but like there's just so much ability to gank. You've got we haven't even seen it yet, but you've got Moonlight Shadow to worry about from the Mirana, because Mirana's hit 6 now, so they can just pop that and invis in and gank and pick you off. You've got the Primal Roar from Smash, as Frozen's actually going to pop his ult onto Smash. The Smash is actually going to be in trouble here. So Smash actually considered maybe they could turn it around there, but no, not the case. But here comes that Moonlight Shadow. EWO is actually going to try to re-engage. He's going to get stunned up, but here comes Van, the big bad Van, as he's got the double damage activated, and Slayer, you're dead, buddy, as he's gone. Frozen's going to try to re-engage as he's going to charge on the EWO, as EWO almost goes down to the Assassinate, but he will go down just a few attacks later. As Sovereign's going to get caught in the Fiend's Grip, really long range that looks like. Arrow's going to fly in, it will stun up that Enchantress. As Van trying to do some work here. He's getting quite low though, he's actually going to go down. Huge kill for Enemy as they get 784 gold. It's on their Oracle, but still a lot of gold going their way. As Van was a much needed target for them to kill. How many kills was he at? He was at 8, 0, and 2 before that, so he's at 8, 1, and 2 right now. Smash on his respawn actually chose to go back towards the mid lane, getting a little bit of farm, but now he's getting charged. Needs to be careful here, as here comes Frozen. Frozen unfortunately doesn't have his ult up, but he'll find his bash, because that's what the Spirit Breaker players do. They just bash you pretty much every time. Smash before he goes down, just yells at the Spirit Breaker, and Frozen just kind of falls over. Terrified, he goes down. We're gonna lose BSJ as well as Ewo. He's angry now. Behind the wheel of that gyrocopter now. They're gonna find another kill into Oracle. Slayer, he's in the trees. Will he be able to get on out? I think he will. But either way, him and Slayer are not going to be able to defend this tier 1 tower as it goes down. Ewo getting the last hit. More gold going the way of EWolves. Take a quick look at our gold graph, and yep, just what you'd expect. EWolves pretty much all the way, over 5,000 gold. Seeing a few people in chat saying, go EWolves, so I guess your team's winning, because Enemy, yeah, it's not looking too good if you're an Enemy fan right now. It's Van, oh my. His Timber Saw is really impressive, I must say. Very, very impressive. He's going to get stunned up here. He needs to make sure he doesn't throw it too much back, as now that he's actually picked up his Sackstone. Why do I keep calling it that? It's a Bloodstone. Han, please, go away. I've been playing Dota for a very long time. Why are you still in my head? But yeah, he's got his 8 charges, but more importantly, he's got it finished. So he needs to make sure he doesn't take a death and lose a bunch of those. It's supposed to go upwards, the charges, and you might find one here. Sovereign taking a lot of damage, but Loom's there to heal him back up. The defensive abilities of Oracle is just unreal. So once again, this looking very reminiscent of what we saw from our last couple games from EWolves. Laning phase went alright for him. Then after that, they just take over the map. They just move all over the place, and you're just up against the wall. You're just losing towers, and they're not. Their mid tower is taking the biggest beating. It's down at 400 HP. Top, pretty healthy. Bottom, a little less healthy, but still relatively healthy. Whereas Enemy, you're losing your tier 2 right now. It's getting beat up. You've already lost your mid tier 1 and your bottom tier 1 as well. That's a lot of gold that EWolves have that just Enemy doesn't. We're going to get a little bit more here. Is somehow Van... How does he always have a double damage? I don't understand. It's not even the best rune for Timbersaw, but still. It's scary. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Ewo actually has completed his S and Y already. The Necrobook's up to level 2. As we see Tom in chat. What's up, Tom? Yeah, we've got a sniper, so we got the ho ho ha ha. Looks like Ewo has picked up a Mithril Hammer, so we're probably going to be going after a BKB as his next item. Got the Arcanes up on both the Mirana and the Bane, but we also got a mech already as well. And now Van going to pick up a Blink Dagger. This is just scary. Oh, now Arrow's going to land on the Frozen. He's going to get caught in a Fiend's Grip. And that Spirit Breaker is dead once again. Enemy is going to try to engage here. No, they think better of it. They're going to try to run away, but too late now. Van is here. He's killed your sniper. He's killed your enchantress. He's going to kill your Oracle, or maybe someone else is going to kill him. Either way, that Oracle is dead. We've got the Dragon Knight now trying to run. The only one left alive on Enemy. They're diving to tier 4s, and they're going to find it as Ewo's getting the kill there. He actually gets a triple kill in that fight. I don't even think Van got a single kill. Oh, he did. He killed BSJ to start things off.
Has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
But now the tier 2 is gone. They start knocking on the door of the tier 3. This one's going to fall soon. We do have some respawns coming up, and Chant just respawned. They're actually going to force out a buyback from the Dragon Knight. Oracle respawning now. The Sniper's going to be up in 3. Look at this. This melee Rax is already down to half. Are they going to be able to take it down, though? Or will Enemy be able to hold them back? As Frozen starts charging on in, immediately caught with the Nightmare, arrowed, dead. Sovereign now in trouble as well. He's slowed down, but it's an Enchantress. It's very difficult to right-click her down, but they might not need to, as Slayer's going to go down instead. Frozen has bought back. He's going to charge on in. We do lose Masoku, as he's going to get killed on that Mirana, but there goes that melee Rax finally. Oh my goodness, Van just throws him to Chakram, gets 2 kills, no big deal. Just kind of brushes off his shoulders. BSJ is going to go down. Primal Roar finally comes out. Has Smash been holding that the whole time, or was it on cooldown? I don't know, but GG is going to get called as Enemy.
get completely demolished. 19 minutes, 28-9. EWolves. They're looking like they're going to make another trip back to the finals. They do have one more game to win in this series to do so. I do have to remind you guys that this is a best of 3, so EWolves aren't advancing to the grand finals just yet. They do have to win one more game.